Hello everybody, welcome to That Market Report. My name is Christian Charlo. Today we're Thursday, May 16. Today folks, I want to talk to you about a movement that is coming ahead in the energy sector. Because what we've seen today on May 16 is that there has been a wave of buyers into the market in resources stocks. For instance, you see the energy sector has seen a wave of buyers, gold, mining. So what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you a list of the potential breakouts that could happen in the energy sector if the wave of buyers that we have today persist for the few days to come. So stocks that you should definitely put on your watch list, or that you can buy right now because they're staying within their neutral formation, and you just put your stop loss whenever those stocks break their support. And you're speculating that the wave of buyers is going to persist for the days to come. And at the end, I'm going to show you a list of a movement that we saw in the marine and transportation sector, but most of those stocks are actually taking 7 to 8 to 10% and more. So for swing trading, it's kind of risky to get into those stocks. If you want to get in for swing trading, well, what's important is that you put your trailing stop, which means, let's say about 1,000 shares on those stocks, you put a trailing stop of 7% on 500 shares on 500 shares. So whenever those stocks lose 7%, 500 shares will be just automatically sold. But what's important is that if you're not willing to actually lose that 7% because they have increased so much, what's important is that you follow those stocks for day trading, not for today, but also for tomorrow and for the days to come, because they're going to be really active if the wave of buyers that we had today persist for the days to come. So let's start. First of all, with the energy sector, what's going on there? On the TSX, the energy sector is definitely testing its resistance, so we're waiting for the next cycle on the upside. You have Cenovus Energy, which is already in a breakout, so you could definitely get into that stock. What we think the stock is going to persist to stay within that upward channel, have some momentum on the upside. There's Precision Drilling, which should be put on your watch list. Here, if you want to get in right now onto that stock, there's no problem, folks. Just put your stop loss below that support at 801 for Precision Drilling. Trican Well Services, actually that stock was recommended in MarketGurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. It was recommended as a breakout here on May 3rd. Right now that stock is staying within the sideways formation. So let's say you got in here on the breakout on May 3rd. If ever the stock breaks that resistance, it will be a clear opportunity to take some profit. Right now it's staying within the sideways formation, so either you could get in within the sideways formation, you just put your stop loss below 1360, or you could just wait, be patient, and wait for the break of that resistance around 1412 on Trican Well Services. There's also Savannah Energy. For the natural gas stocks, natural gas is testing its support, but natural gas stocks is totally a different scenario. You have Novista Energy, which is already in a breakout, so that stock is today a clear entry point. Advantage Oil and Gas should be put on your watch list, or you can get in right now and just put your stop loss at 377 on that stock. And Penn Growth Energy is actually making a nice sideways formation, so it should be watched. You also have a Bona Vista Energy and natural gas sector. And in the material sector, mostly American stocks are the one that you should definitely watch. You have Freeport-McMoRan. Definitely Freeport, I would get in right now on that stock. I love the upward channel. I think if ever you get some positions right now on that stock, it's less risky because your stop loss is at 3106, so your loss potential is really limited on Freeport-McMoRan. And if the wave of buyers that we had today persists for tomorrow's and the day to come, definitely Freeport will be a good opportunity. And the iron and steel vector, you have Nucor. That stock was in a breakout. Now we saw a wave of sellers in the stock get back within the sideways formation, but definitely it could be a good entry. It is a good entry point right now on Nucor, and you just put your stop loss at 44.42. Commercial metals also was in a breakout, totally deflated, but it's still within the sideways formation. The stock is keeping its upward trend, so stop loss 14.94. And on the marine and transportation, as I was telling you earlier, you could get in for swing trading, but you have to put your trailing stop on those stocks. For instance, Excel Maritime, 40%, folks. So why it's important to put your trailing stop? It's simply because a stock that is taking 40%, usually, technically speaking, your exit strategy should have been on the break of that support. But from that point, to here, it's 40%. Would you like to get into a stock, and if ever the wave of buyers that we had here totally disappears for tomorrow, that we're going to lose the 40%? No, you want to protect yourself, minimize your losses. So that's why it's important to put your trailing stop on that stock if you open some positions for swing trading. But it's going to be the best strategy would have been to just look at that stock, hope that the wave of buyers persists for tomorrow, and actually look at it for day trading. You could just buy and hold that stock throughout the day and cash in at the end of the day, and X amount of time you would have made 40% of it. Dry ships, same scenario, already 11%, 17%. Yes, it's an entry point on swing trading also, but with this increase, you have to put your trailing stop or favor that stock for day trading for tomorrow. And there's Genco Shipping already taking 18% almost, totally reversing its downward trend. So yes, it's a good entry point for swing trading, but with this increase, we favor to put a trailing stop on that stock. So to make a summary, energy stocks have to be watched. In the energy sector, you have Cenovus, Precision Drilling, and Triconwell. For natural gas stocks, those of you who are eyeing the natural gas sector, there's Nuvista, Advantage Oil, Pengrowth, and Bonavista. And in the material sector, Freeport McMoran, and in the steel vector, Nucor and Commercial Metals. And for day traders, for what you should watch for tomorrow is in the marine transportation with 3 stocks here. Or if you want to get in on swing trading on those 3 stocks that are taking 6% and more, put your trailing stop on them. So that's it, folks. See you next week for our market report. If you want to get access to all those breakouts and many more, you can have access to by clicking at the link below on marketgurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. Thank you and wish you a good trading.